We've already talked about the best shinies in Generation 7, but now it's time to talk about the worst. You might think there's not really enough Pokemon to make a top 10 worst shiny list since it's only Pokemon from Sun and Moon. But you know what? That's not gonna stop me from coming up with reasons that these shinies are less than stellar. So let's jump right into which 10 shiny Pokemon are not the best. Welcome everyone to the top 10 worst shiny Pokemon in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Hope you enjoy. Number 10, Cosmog. I'm starting off with Cosmog because while it isn't the worst looking shiny, the only thing that changes on this little guy are its two tiny cheek dots. You know I'm not going to be able to see that, right? I won't know that it's a shiny and somehow I'll get frustrated, miss it, and then just never catch it. I know how this works, Game Freak. Aside from that, I think it's an interesting shiny, but I can't forgive the rest. Number 9, Passimian. Remember how I said Orangru's shiny was good because of its shiny being very fitting for how it was designed? Well, Passimian is the opposite. It has this random bunch of blue on its shoulders, like sports armor, and the entire color scheme just looks really weird. I mean, there's just patches of color everywhere, like it's wearing a, oh, it's a football player, and that's supposed to be like its shoulder pads and jersey, and passes in its name because it passes the ball, and its ability. Oh, never mind. Looks like number 9 became never mind. Number 8, Necrozma. I hope. I actually like how this looks. The problem is they really just tinted it blue. I mean, I know it's a lot to ask, but there are all those sections on its helmet or head, and those would be really cool to make some colorful but fitting designs. It might look better with a gradient of colors down its head. I do know the original is only one color, and I might be expecting a bit too much from this, but I would have liked to see a little more thought put into the shiny, rather than just a single color change, even though it does look decent. Number 7, Shiinotic. When I see shiny Shiinotic, the first thing I want to do is give it a bath. Look at how dirty this guy is. It's this disgruntling brown that really brings out its incredibly pale body. I mean, I personally think it looks worse than its original, but I guess they could have made it this dirt brown color to be a pun on its name. Regardless, I think this is one of those shinies that I prefer not to catch, as the original one looks a bit better. Number 6, Solgaleo. I mean, it's alright, it just kind of looks like Clifford the Big Red Dog. And you know what? He's cool, he's awesome, but as a legendary, maybe we don't do that one? I don't know, I'm just not a big fan of those shinies that change to one big color and looks like a starburst. Number 5, Komao. I really like this dragon. I love the fighting dragon combination. It's something I've wanted for a good amount of time. But this shiny, alright, it's this gross yellow with pink highlights. Its original has this pretty cool disc design, but when it's shiny, it makes it look like it's a Simpson character shooting pink frisbees or Shiinotic's head from its arms. Let's all just take a quiet moment to look at it. Alright, that's good enough. Number 4, Bruxish. I didn't think this could get any worse, but somehow its shiny managed to topple its mangled-looking original self. I gotta give it points for being festive though. Christmas passed, but people still have their lights up, so it's alright. You know, I feel like we need to replace the reindeer on Santa's sleigh and just put a bunch of shiny Bruxish to ring in the holidays. Anyways, it's gross. Number 3, Salazzle. Alright, I find regular Salazzle pretty creepy on its own. I don't know why, just the slender body and nightmares. But the shiny version takes my nightmares and makes them a reality with this pale, white, ghost-looking demon spawn from another dimension. I'm sure the Pokemon's fine, it's alright, but for some reason, I just can't not be freaked out by this gal. It just looks creepy. No, stop, don't come near me. Number 2, Comfey. Alright, this one I feel is very upsetting. It's not that bad, it's just blue. But there's so much more that could have been done with it. It has an array of wonderful flowers that could have been changed to many different, good-looking colors. Yet only the head is changed. Sure, that could technically mean only the head is the Pokemon, and it just finds some flowers, and I really don't want another color collection like we had with Vivillon, but for its shiny, maybe adding a little more color to the rest of its design would have made it great. but instead we only have its head changing to blue. Number 1. Puku Muku. It's not a top 10 worst shiny list without rounding us off with a lime green touch. Alright, this exploding ball shiny doesn't really fill me with the excitement I want from a standalone Pokemon. If you want to make these unique, non-evolving Pokemon that slaps you with its innards, maybe give it a more tough-looking shiny, since its original is already very silly. I just want a cool color, you know? But now it looks radioactive and kind of gross and over the top. It's like a lima bean with lemon wedges stuck in its head. I mean, sure, it's only the color they change it to, but this whole combination of lime green and yellow is just not best for my eyes. It makes me want to Puku Muku. Thanks for tuning in, everyone! Hope you enjoyed, and hopefully I didn't make fun of your favorite shinies. Let me know what Gen 7 shinies you dislike in the comments below. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I appreciate you all being here, and until next time, keep on catching!